Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your new moon readings and your moon month energy update. Now beautiful souls, if you are purely here for the readings and you've seen the thumbnail and you just want to check in with those, the timestamps are in the information box below the description, and I'm going to put them into a comment as well for phone users, so you should be able to find them easily. You can move straight through to those. Now, for those of you that are interested in working with energy, do please stay with me, because I'm going to run through the whole moon month, each of the moon phases. The moon has 8 phases that she runs through, her different phases. They kind of bring a different energy for each of the moon phases. I'm going to be talking about the influence of the energy in those 8 moon phases, so you really have the heads up and can kind of think about how you work with this. Now, September is huge. Actually, astrologically, there's a lot of stuff going on, and the moon kind of links in with that astrological energy. She is our satellite. She circles our Earth, and as she circles our Earth, she kind of touches base with all of the astrological collaborations that are going on. Sometimes her energy will enhance and add weight, make them even bigger, those astrological happenings even bigger. Sometimes her energy will soften those dynamics a little bit and really help to turn the volume down if it's a bit intense. So it's really interesting when you start to work with the lunar energy to really look at what's coming and learn how to work with that and learn how it affects you personally. So I do these moon month energy updates every month. A moon month begins with a new moon, and as we move into September, we're in eclipse season. And eclipse season is big in itself because it's like a portal where we can tune into the past. So you may find things pop up, like stuff is revisited, but we can tune into stuff from the past, understand how it connects to the shape of the present, and then right here and right now, we can choose how to sort of reset ourselves, our thoughts, our deeds, our actions, realign our energy, reset ourselves, so we actively co-create with the universe in creating the shape of the future that we want to manifest for ourselves and for the world at large. I always think with any of these things, when we're working with energy, if we always hold the bigger picture in mind as well, not just ourselves, but the fact that we are interconnected with all of life, that really helps to speed up our manifestations, because we are in alignment with the higher good for everyone, for everything. So, beautiful souls, before I move forwards into those energy updates, I want to touch base with you on the void of course moons that we have during this month. I'm just going to say a little bit about it, because a few people have been asking, in the comments from last month's video, you've been asking for a bit more information. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the void of course periods, because we are also experiencing some very rare astrological void of course periods. We have been during July, we have been during August, and during September we still have some very rare and unprecedentedly long void of course periods, but only 4 of them. In July we had loads, in August we had a significant number as well. And I will be giving you those key dates as well. Now, a void of course period, let me explain. So if you think of yourself as standing on our beautiful planet Earth and looking out into the heavens, and if you could see all of the constellations, you would see all of the constellations of the zodiac. And if you think of the moon as passing through, she's our satellite, she circles the Earth. As she passes around the Earth, effectively she passes in between the Earth and those zodiac constellations. And when she's passing through that constellation, her energy kind of embodies the sort of the personality traits, if you like. Her energy is influenced by the energy and the personality traits of that sign. Now, when the moon is moving through a sign, she's also picking up on the astrological collaborations and connections that are happening in that sign. So there are these 2 sort of key areas where the lunar energy is tuning in with the personality of the sign and the current astrological happenings in that sign. What we call the void of course is when the moon reaches a point where she's no longer connected to any of the astrological happenings that are influencing that sign at that time. And it's almost as though her energy is then more free-flowing and more pure. She's not gathering information from anything that's taking place in that sign, and she's free to sort of move on and into the next sign. So a void of course is measured from the point when she is no longer connecting to astrological happenings and her energy is free-flowing to the point where the void of course ends when she enters the next sign. So that's what we call a void of course period. Now energetically, and I've been following these for a long time now, for years, energetically, and this has been my experience, and I have to say thank you so much for all the feedback, it's been backed up by your feedback as well, that this can feel really liberating because the lunar energy is very free-flowing. It can also feel a bit unanchored and like you're out at sea. It depends what's going on in your personal circumstances. If you've got shed loads going on and you just wish you could get off the merry-go-round, a void of course could really feel unnerving. On the other hand, if you want to really push forward with something and you feel like there's stuff clinging or lingering that's getting in the way, you can kind of shed that and release and cleanse and move forwards. It helps you to sort of release things and just sort of be free to expand in many ways. So how it affects you is going to be very different. And what has happened in July, August, and indeed in September on four occasions, is that we have some really long void of course periods. Usually a void of course, I mean, it can be minutes, it can be an hour or two. I kind of make a note of them, and I let you know about them here on YouTube every month. I make a note of them if they are kind of 6 hours and above. And occasionally we might, over the years, I've seen the occasional void of course moon, which is maybe 15 hours. And it's like, wow, that's exceptional. So we make a real note of that. In July and in August, and indeed we have 4 in September, we have had void of course periods that have been 20, 30 hours long. Just huge pockets of time. It's very interesting, and thank you all of you who've been sending so much love and light and support to me and to my family following the passing of my mum. My mum went out on a huge void of course period, which didn't surprise me because we can push through things, we can push through barriers. It's like the way is cleared. I didn't know at the time. I checked in afterwards. Obviously, I was just very present and available for for being with her actually at that moment in time. But truly, honestly, it didn't surprise me in the slightest when I looked at the astrology afterwards. I thought, wow, you were in alignment with a point of liberation, actually. So it's been fascinating, and hearing other people's experiences of these huge void of course periods. We have experienced more ginormous void of course periods than I have ever seen. Longer, bigger, and in frequency so many. It's just the way that the planetary alignments currently are that create this. But the moon is influencing those pockets of time, and it can be really helpful to be aware of them, because if you do have shed loads of stuff going on, you'll know when the void of course pocket of time is ending, so you'll know when it's easier to re-anchor if you need that, or indeed you'll know when to use that energy to really expand. If you're working on something and you're waiting to launch it, well, dive into a void of course pocket of time. It may be the very best time to expand that and move it forwards, especially if other energies and collaborations are supporting that. So, beautiful souls, I'm going to, I think, run through the energy of the month. I'm going to go through each of the moon phases and talk you through the energy. September genuinely is a biggie. There's some really intense pockets of time. However, there is so much potentiality in this as well. It may be a bit intense, there may be tons of stuff happening, but I think you can fast track. It's almost like, I feel like it, this is my own thought about it, and I will be very interested to see how it impacts on you. please bookmark the page, come back to this video as the month progresses and let us know what is happening for you. How are these moon phases influencing you? You know, how are you using the void of course periods? But I kind of feel like whatever is going on, we can turbocharge the accelerated energy that is around. It's interesting. I was listening to Pam Gregory, the astrologer Pam Gregory. I know many of you follow her work. She's absolutely amazing. And she was sort of saying, you know, in terms of humanity's upgrade, we are all on the same route. We're all heading for the same destination. Humanity is being upgraded. This is happening and there's no getting away from it. This is accelerated growth. But some of us are on the fast train. Some of us are on a slightly slower train. Others are on a much slower train. But we're all heading for the same destination. We're all going in the same direction because that is what the energy is doing. But if you're on the fast track in certain areas of your life or overall in your world, if you are upgrading in a big way and you're really feeling the energy, knowing how these moon phases and the lunar influences coming in and connecting with the energy will hopefully really, really help you to be co-creating with the universe, co-creating with Source, Spirit throughout this time. So, beautiful souls, I think let's shift and look at the moon phases. And before I do, just to say, relatively soon, I hope, the 2026 Manifest with the Moon Astro Moon Diary will be coming out. I'm actually going to shift the camera down, actually, just let you have a look at the image that will be at the centre of that page because it's completed and I absolutely love it. So I will just show that to you before we flip through into the moon month updates. But do please watch this space. At the moment, having worked with a software engineer to manage to print the diary in different locations so the timings are accurate in different locations in the world, we're actually trying to make sure that we can also incorporate some specific timings, or at least let you know when the really big void of course moons are coming in. So on a daily basis in the diary, you'll be able to know if there's a huge void of course happening. So we're kind of doing a little bit of extra work, you know, in the background to kind of make sure that we can give you as much information as is humanly possible to help you to navigate your world using the diary as a tool. So let me just shift the camera over and show you the image. So this is the image for next year's diary. I think it's lovely, actually. I have very little time in my world to do illustration work, although it's something that I hope to do more of in producing my own cards as well for the moon. But anyway, hopefully those of you who are using the diary will enjoy it. This was last year's. And thank you all of you who have been using the diary and finding it valuable and giving me that feedback. So watch this space in terms of the diary. Now let's move and have a look at the monthly moon phases and the energy for this moon month. So this moon month begins with the new moon in Virgo. So the moon month runs from a part of August through into September. So let's have a look at all of this. Now, if you are on any of my mailing lists, I will be mailing out the void of course moon dates. These are here, and I will also email you out the key dates for the entire month of September as well as the end of August from the new moon, which is always when a moon month begins. So these are the moon phases that we'll be looking at: the new moon, the waxing crescent, the first quarter, the waxing gibbous, then we have the full moon, the waning gibbous, the third quarter or the last quarter, and then the waning crescent moon. And then a moon month starts again with another new moon. Now, this new moon is on August the 22nd or the 23rd in Virgo. Now, the dynamics of this new moon promote individuality and self-expression, suggesting the potential for circumstances or situations to arrive that are going to potentially free you from restricting circumstances, and this could include limiting thinking patterns or beliefs. Now, it's quite interesting because the energy, the essence of Virgo, naturally supports dedication, doing things thoroughly, paying attention to the detail. However, the same influence can sometimes initiate your inner critic and it can drive thinking patterns that demand what I would call unrealistic perfection. So if you have a raging inner critic, then circumstances could arrive at this time that kind of push you to break through these kind of inner thinking patterns. Now, overall, the energy on the day is genuinely quite erratic and it's a little bit chaotic, but it also has the potential to bring an abundance of inspiration with light bulb moments and sparks of insight, and these could all arrive and will be arriving with a higher purpose. It's like there's an underlying purpose of transformation and restructure through higher minded solutions. So this new moon is really aligning with this massive upgrade of humanity, and because Virgo has such a lovely practical capacity, looking at the details, paying attention to the details, doing things well, I think there's a real opportunity here for us to harness the energy and look at, specific patterns and things that are going on in our own lives that we want to shift and change in order to kind of break through our own glass ceilings. So I'm just going to show you the timings here. Now, the reason we look very specifically at timings of the new moon is because we set new moon wishes and intentions at a new moon. Now, I think a wish and an intention they're different. Wishes come from the heart. These are our really bigger dreams. Intentions are what we intend to do to actively co-create and work with the universe. When you know the timing in your location, and hopefully if you look at these timings, there's a selection of timings across the globe, so hopefully you can work out where that is in your location. The point of greatest fertility for your wishes is that point when it is most favourable to sow those seeds is at the exact point of the new moon. It's when the sun and the moon come together. It's like a sacred marriage of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's the sowing seed point where everything is most fertile, and for the 8 hours afterwards. So try to set your new moon wishes and your new moon intentions within that time bracket. So let's look at the waxing crescent moon phase next. This runs from August the 24th to the 30th. The moon will pass through Virgo, Libra, Scorpio and into Sagittarius, and we have two big void of course moons. One is on August the 27th through to August the 28th. This is when the moon is moving from Libra into Scorpio, and this is 23.5 hours, so this is really big. We then have one on August the 30th as well, when the moon is moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius, and this is 13 hours long. So keep an eye out for these, make a note of these dates. Now, during this moon phase, I'm going to say flexibility may be needed to get the very best from the overall flow of energy. Now, although there are windows of opportunity, and there's loads of them, they are really arriving in abundance, there are also several pockets and periods of energy that suggest tetchiness and irritation, with the potential for situations to expand or speed up. So I think if any underlying tensions show up in your world, it's because they're going to need to be seen, recognised and understood. And the purpose of this is to fix them, resolve them and iron them out. And the overall energy, there's also a lovely underlying element that really supports perseverance. So I think the way we use this is very key. And if we can bring things into our awareness and we understand the energy, I think we can use it in a really powerfully positive way. Remember, energy is energy. It's what we do with it consciously that matters. Now, there's also a distinct flavour of karma and destiny around. So whatever takes place, if you are confident and on solid ground, then kind of take the plunge and go for it, because the energy is really going to support that sort of karmic element of now. Let's take action now. But if your confidence is low in something or you're feeling uncertain, then step away and let the universe guide the timing for you. Whenever we have pockets of that sort of karmic destiny type flavour around, we really can sort of step away and ask for guidance and open ourselves to receive it, because we're coming into eclipse season. We're not quite there yet, but the energy is absolutely around us. Eclipse season doesn't just sort of start. It's not like we walk from one room in our house into another one. The energy of potential to really create very conscious shifts that connect both the past with the present and with the future. It's like a portal. It's very powerfully with us. So just step away and ask for guidance if you need it, especially if there's anything that feels a little bit intense going on for you. The moon then reaches her first quarter moon. This is on August the 31st, and she will be in Sagittarius. This is actually a stunning day. It's a quarter moon of profound positivity. It's as though the planets are lining up to help you to reset your energy and to realign and reconnect with everything that you want to manifest and create, especially with higher purpose. The dynamics are stunning, suggesting that you will be shown in the most positive of ways how to move forwards to achieve your greatest desires and your greatest goals, and to step up into your highest and fullest potential. If you are someone who uses vision boards or you create affirmations, today is a fantastic day to return to them, to tweak them and to adjust them. Whether you use your time today just to be still and to observe and notice what you're shown, or you are in full flow making things happen, tune into this energy, lean into the energy and enjoy it. Make the most of this day. It's stunning. Now the moon then moves into her waxing gibbous moon phase from September the 1st to the 6th. She's going to pass through Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and into Pisces. Beautiful souls, this is a moon phase when I would suggest you are very conscious of the energy. We've got a really big void of course period, 19 hours approximately, when the moon is moving from Aquarius into Pisces. This is on September the 5th through to September the 6th, so towards the end. But the energy is, it's intense during this time. And the moon is also adding to this, because this is the moon phase where she's moving from that first quarter position to her fullest. And what we often see during this moon phase is emotions becoming sort of intensified. So this moon phase does begin with a really overall feeling of positivity and flow. However, there is a major planetary shift taking place during this time, and this is going to bring this sort of underlying flavour of unsettledness. So be conscious of this. You could really feel that. It's sort of just underpinning everything. And the lunar influence then brings a series of very different shifts in energy. Firstly, there's a strong surge of energy that may well remind you to slow down and pace yourself. So if you're really trying to get going fast, things may not run to plan. This is then followed by a dynamic that can suggest unexpected news and the potential for sudden changes of plans. So again, if you're trying to be goal-driven and something isn't working, try not to get too tetchy about it. Just be aware that this is the energy and there'll be a higher purpose to this. Now, this is then followed by a further dynamic that can genuinely help you to navigate through changes and potential upheavals. So, fantastic. But be mindful, because this energy supports movement and action, but this could also lead to hasty actions. It can imply us trying to move forwards, especially if you have been getting quite frustrated about something. So be very mindful of this. Acting too quickly without thinking something through, it could lose the positivity of this overall energetic, potentially bringing some unnecessary discord. So I would be very, very, very thoughtful. Try to be really conscious and really aware of this energy at this time. When in doubt, get still, notice, observe, become the witness self of your own experiences and what's going on around you. Tune into pockets of stillness, even if it's like 1 minute sort of get myself centered stillness breaks. Really lean into these potentials that we can all choose to do. Even if you've got a really busy day, you can take yourself off for a minute, have a brief break where you just breathe Get yourself centered. Try to step back. Hold the sort of the eagle's position, the eagle's view, and get that overview, because the energy is really unsettling. There could be upheaval, so just be very, very conscious of this, and remember that void of course period, 19 hours. We then have a full moon total lunar eclipse in Pisces, and this will be on September the 7th or 8th, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. I'll bring the timings up for you in just one moment. Now, eclipse season illuminates how the past has affected the present, and with this awareness, you can consciously change what you do right now to alter the shape of your future. I was just saying this, and this is the energetic that's around. Today, the planetary alignments actually create a kite shape, and this is one of the most auspicious collaborations astrologically. It's really wonderful. And the moon is sitting right at the base of this kite shape, with the sun at the top. So it's kind of really asking you a question. What do you want to create in the future for yourself and for the collective? Get clear. Hold your vision of where you want to be and what you want to see, and open yourself to receive illumination. A full moon will illuminate what you need to see to move forwards. And in eclipse season, this could be really highlighting not only your pathway ahead, but also whatever you need to do right now to shift any remnants of the past that no longer serve you. So this is a real space of possibility. I kind of feel like if you are able to, depending on your schedule and the busyness of your world, but if you are able to, I would really, really suggest that you take some time today to really, really meditate. Open yourself to receive guidance. Now let me just bring out the timings for you. So wherever you are on our beautiful planet, try to align some pocket of time just for meditation, just for stillness, just to open yourself to receive signs, signals, guidance, because today is a day when it's like the universe and the moon are really, really backing your potential progress to help you to see what's coming next, the steps forwards, as well as what you need to let go of. Now, various people in the comments have been asking me about release ceremonies, how to release the past, how to be helped to sort of energetically shift things. So when we get to this point in the moon month, I will be doing a video for you with a release ceremony, and I will tie it in with my full moon readings. So watch out for this. If you're not already subscribed and this is of interest to you, subscribe, press the little bell icon as well, and hopefully you should then get every video that I post coming into your stream. The moon then moves into her disseminating or waning gibbous moon phase. Now this is running from September the 8th to the 13th, and the moon will pass through Pisces, Aries, Taurus and Gemini with a 13-hour void of course period as she moves from Aries into Taurus. So just be conscious of that. Now eclipse season is not something that just happens on one day. The energetics that are happening right now create an imprint actually that lasts for months and months and months and months. But the influence right now is very, very present. The availability for you to harness the capacity for accelerated change, to turbocharge or speed jump your manifestations is very present. And following the extraordinarily powerful lunar eclipse, this moon time is really inviting you to follow through with real actions. Be an active participant in the co-creation of your future. The energetics really are primed to support you in this. So whatever has arrived at the time of the full moon, whatever was illuminated, whatever is now arriving in your field of awareness, it's coming with purpose. And the astrodynamics encourage your deepest desires to come to the surface. The universe wants to create change, and the universe wants you to be on board with this. So make a commitment to your own progress. Whether this is a commitment to your spiritual practice or to release patterns from the past that no longer serve you, or whether it's to hold your vision of the future, or to take real practical actions to initiate progressions, or to persevere with existing projects and plans. Whatever you are doing, be sure to follow it through, because the energy is really supporting you. This is a time when the lunar energy is bringing possibility. It's kind of backing you to really get going or keep going. The moon then reaches her last quarter position. This is on September the 14th in Gemini. Now, I really want to say, beautiful souls, be very conscious of this day, because the dynamics are really, really valuable to us in co-creating with the universe, because there's a real flavour of fate, of destiny. Signs, signals, synchronicities could be really arriving in abundance. This is a day when I would say mark this in your diaries. Be aware of the energy today and kind of don't miss a trick, really. So following the stunning flow of the kind of progressive energy that we've just had in the previous moon phase, the energetics today invite events that bring about the restructure that we need to integrate plans and goals and dreams into the reality of our 3D worlds. There's this flavour of destiny surrounding the day, so really, really please do watch out for signs, signals and synchronicities, however they may arrive. Now, the overall dynamics have this sort of fated moment kind of feeling about them. So watch out for meetings, conversations, communications, things that could bring about change or bring a focus, clarity of direction. In some instances, it could even be a change of direction. But you know, whether insights arrive through internal reflection and internal conversations, or external events and external conversations and communications, or both. This is a day of real possibility, so just be sure to be present so you don't miss anything that you are shown. The moon then reaches her balsamic moon or waning crescent moon phase, and this is from September the 15th to the 20th, and she's going to pass through Gemini, Cancer, Leo and Virgo. Now, during this moon phase, the energy and the strength of the lunar influence is getting smaller. This is her final moon phase in the moon month. She's getting smaller and smaller and hopefully softening some of the overall energies. But to be honest with you, the underlying astro collaborations are now starting to get much more complex and potentially more demanding. Now, we are in eclipse season, which is big anyway. It's a portal when things can happen very quickly. And we are also in a period of time when we are experiencing unprecedented astrological events. And these really are bringing turbocharged, accelerated evolutionary growth. This really is the most extraordinary time to be alive. The overall energetics during this moon phase actually do suggest that we might revisit some old issues. Now, this could be personally or globally. It's almost as if you look at it from the higher vision, it's like the universe is actively peeling back the layers so that much needed transformation can happen. But anyone who's done the inner work, and I'm sure you all have, you know when the layers are peeled back, an awful lot is revealed and we can all feel a little bit raw and have to really process stuff. So just be very conscious of this. The energy does suggest potential tensions, possible upheaval, but also magical moments of breakthrough. With breathtaking shifts and breathtaking transformations, I really just want to say fasten your seatbelt. Even though the lunar energy is diminishing and softening, the energy of this moon time is not necessarily going to be easy, but it's flowing with potential as well. So be very, very, very conscious of this period, my beautiful souls. We then begin a new moon month, starting with a new moon, of course. This will be a new moon partial solar eclipse. We're still in eclipse season. It will be on the 21st of September or the 22nd, depending on where you are in Virgo. This also happens to coincide with a really significant lunar power point. There are 3 what we call yods. They are known in astrology as the finger of God, and there are 3 of them all within this planetary alignment. Now, I will update you on this in a month's time. Ahead of this new moon, I'll be doing readings and a whole new moon month energy update for you as well. Let me bring myself back up onto the screen. So Moon Magic Super Souls, I hope you have found that energy update really, really helpful. In the timestamps, I will also put each of the moon phases with the dates that they're occurring. So as you navigate this month, if you find yourself really feeling the energy, you'll be able to just click on that timestamp. It will take you to the part of the video that is relevant to you in that moment, right there and then, and you'll be able to tune in to the very best way to harness the energy. So beautiful souls, thank you so much for being here, and let's shift the camera down and move to our new moon readings. Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your new moon readings. Now, my beautiful souls, we are going to be getting advice and guidance, or as much advice and guidance as is possible for you to really work out how you can actively work with the universe at this time of unprecedented transformational energy and become a master manifester, a master co-creator with the universe. So, my beautiful souls, welcome back if you are returning to the channel and you've jumped straight to the readings. Welcome if you're new and you've jumped straight to the readings. Welcome to the readings if you have been watching the energy update for the month. Now, let me show you the cards. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1, you have the card of Happy Family. This is what it looks like. And you have a piece of flint. This flint is exactly as I found it. Let me show it to you. You can see that. So that is what we have here as the stone or the crystal. We have a piece of flint, natural flint, just as I found it. And that is for pile 1. Pile 2, your card is Contract. This is for pile 2, and this is sitting with a beautiful piece of Amazonite. This is a raw crystal. This is what it looks like. And pile 3, you have the card of the World. This is for pile 3. And your stone, your crystal, is red calcite, but this is a raw piece of red calcite, literally as it comes out of the earth. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Now, beautiful souls, if you find yourself drawn to more than one pile, more than one card, or more than one crystal, that is totally cool. It may be that there is more than one set of messages coming through for you at the time of this magical new moon. My beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments for you, just to give you a little bit of extra time. And I will see you in the readings in just a moment. If you need even more time, just press the pause button so that you can take as long as you need. Beautiful souls, I will see you in just a moment. The timestamps are below and I will put them in a comment as well. Pile 1, welcome to your readings. You have Happy Family, which is really lovely. And I'm seeing 2 cards from this pack. Let's draw your oracle cards first, and then we will draw your tarot cards and see what we are shown. May we kindly ask, what is this new moon bringing to help my pile 1s become master manifestors? To actively co-create with the universe and bring them everything that they desire in their manifestations for the higher good for all, of course, as always. Let us ask what we can be shown for my pile 1s. Okay, lots of cards coming from the base of the pack there. That was interesting. I wonder if there's something about getting to the base of something. So you have the energy of the Blank card and Weasel. Now this is very interesting. Ooh, the Storyteller, you've got a key, and you have Angel of Solitude as well. Ah, your reading is becoming very clear actually, very strong messages coming through here. But let me just tell you about the blank card, because this really is about there being a space for you to fill, for you to create. And we also have blank pages on this card as well. Now, before I dive into your reading, I'm actually going to read to you about Weasel, because it's really relevant to the Angel of Solitude. So let me just find this for you. 33, where are we? 31, 32, 33, Weasel. Okay, because Weasel energy is really interesting. Weasels see beneath the surface. And I was quite struck, you know, by this particular piece of flint. When I picked it up, I mean, I was just stunned by the contrast in colours. It's like something's broken open, basically, and you can see what's inside. But it's really interesting. Until you pick it up, you probably wouldn't know that there was another side to this. Maybe there's two sides to something, or you see what's inside something here. You can do something, though. There is a space of possibility, and there is an opportunity around you to rewrite something. There's a blank canvas. This may well connect to family things. It could be family patterns that are going on for you. Perhaps becoming a master manifester for you is overcoming some energy of, or some essence of family patterns, or something that you need to move through and beyond. But the Angel of Solitude is interesting. Let me read to you about Weasel. Stealth. Weasel has an incredible amount of energy and ingenuity, and yet it is a difficult power totem to have. It is not without significance that ermine or weasel pelt is worn by royalty. Weasel ears hear what is really being said. This is what's inside, or what's underneath. Okay? This is a great ability. Weasel's eyes see beneath the surface of a situation to know the many ramifications of an event, and this too is a rare gift. The chiefs sent Weasel to the enemy camp to smoke them for power. What are the medicines of the enemy? The chiefs asked Weasel upon its return. Weasel never failed to give an accurate account of the enemy's numbers, strengths, and weaknesses. It was Weasel who tearfully told the original people of the coming of the White Boat people. These brothers have strange new medicines, said Weasel. They will tell us that to live the way we do is wrong. They will confuse us with their talking bark. They have stolen thunder from Skyfather and placed it in their weapons. They have no respect for the animal brothers and sisters, and they make their thunder speak to the animals and kill them. They will make the thunder speak to us also. Their numbers are too many to count, and these white brothers will steal everything from us but our spirits. The great dark shadow of the ravenous bird of death has fallen over the people. So this is very powerful. Weasel, weasel, weasel. Who's in the hen house now? If I were to ask you, you'd say it was the cow. Interesting. Weasel fur changes colour with the season. Silent Weasel has many lessons to teach you. Weasel could confound Great Spirit, pick Great Spirit's pockets, and then leave Great Spirit contemplating the divine navel. If this is your personal medicine, your powers of observation are keen. You seem to be saying, leave me alone and I will do the same for you. Hence the solitude. You might even look a bit guilty at times due to what you know from observing life, even though you're not necessarily guilty. But you may be a loner, hiding yourself away from others, or perhaps even a recluse. You are a powerful ally to have in any business organisation, since you can see what the competition is doing. People may make a great mistake in sizing you up, since they do not immediately see your powers. But the first time they try to outsmart you, they will soon learn that your intelligence is greater than their own. Look to Weasel power to tell you the hidden reasons behind anything. Some people are put off by Weasel medicine, talent and abilities, but there are no bad medicines. We all have power, or we would not be here to heal Mother Earth. Perhaps if you have Weasel power, you could use your secret gifts for the good of all. Observe who or what needs attention or a solution and offer your assistance in your own quiet and discreet way. So there's something about thinking something through, quietly creating some profound change here. Let's have a look at your tarot cards. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles. Gosh, lots of Pentacles and Cups. Ace of Cups. We then have the Eight of Cups. So lots of cups, and then the Page of Wands. You've got lots and lots of cups. Lots of cups, lots of pentacles. I think you are genuinely in a position to sort of enhance. Actually, I've got room here for these. Here am I lining our cards up. I think if I move those along, I can actually just get everything in view. My apologies, sweet souls, while I just manoeuvre the cards around. I just glanced up at the screen and thought that I could fit everything in, which I believe I can. Right. Lots of cups, lots of pentacles. I think you are the one here with the higher vision. So how can you become a master manifester? For starters, my beautiful souls, I do think this connects to some kind of a family matter or a relationship matter. This happy family card speaks of this. It speaks about families. It speaks about relationships. If you're even single, it could be bringing you a twin flame. You could be connecting to somebody who has children. This could be connecting to you working with children or engaging with children. Now, we have got lots of pentacles and lots of cups. Let's just have a look at your story unfolding. I feel that you are somebody quite genuinely who has got weasel ability. I think you are somebody who sees beneath the surface of things. I think you are a great observer. You've probably grown up in a family where maybe not everything was openly voiced or openly visible, but I think you learned to become very aware of hidden agendas, of things that were going on. You know, even when people simply are just not as aware as you. Interesting, I thought of twin flames as well. You know, this is like two sides of something. If you are single, this could mean that you are drawing somebody in who is going to help you to rewrite your future. And you could be coming out of a period of solitude. But overall, I feel this is telling me something about you. You are somebody who does have, I think, extraordinary intelligence and an extraordinary ability, not only to see what's beneath the surface, but potentially to kind of unlock the key to finding solutions that could rewrite history. I feel that you also, my dear ones, have the ability, to manifest, to become a master manifester in real terms. And part of that is, it's your vision, your capacity to see potential in any situation, to choose how you invest your wisdom, your energy. That's part of your journey of manifesting. I think you are learning to literally, energetically know how to manifest. You need to use your skills of observation because you have such a clarity as to what is actually going on. It means that you can literally sort of, it's like you're not missing any pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. For some people, if they were trying to manifest something, they'll have some bits missing. You've got the whole picture. You have every piece of the jigsaw available to you. So it's like learning and shifting that energy. You've got 2 pages here so that you can utilize the energy. Like really, it's like learning to practically apply what you know in order to manifest. To make choices that are resonant with the future that you want to create. I'm going to draw more cards for you in a moment. But right now, I think there is some kind of a situation that connects to family or to relationships, to people, that you can rewrite, you can transform it. If there's any family discord, where there's, been any problems, I think you can change this. If there's generational stuff going on within your family, I think you can rewrite something, you can change it because you're aware of it. If you're single and looking for love, I think you can rewrite your story. I think there is the ability for you to harness energy right now through your awareness. So for example, if you're single, because I do see elements of relationship here, and happy family can indicate this card, then you are able to see anything beneath the surface that has been holding you back and decide what to do about it. I think you can transform a situation. There's something in your world that is relevant, as I said, either to family, it could be holding you back in your manifestations, it could even be that you're wanting to manifest a family, but you'll be seeing all of the pieces of the picture, of the jigsaw, and therefore be able to shift, change, transform. You can move something forwards here. Now, it's quite new for you with 2 pages, but you really can. I think you can actually do something here. I'm going to draw more cards and find out more for you, but I think you can actually do something. I think, in fact, with the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles side by side here, I think you can choose to do something, especially with the followed by the 8 of Cups. I think you can choose to do something differently. There's something going on in your world which holds a key. There's something very specific that you can choose to do differently from the way it's been done before, whether it's how you invest your energy, whether it's like literally designing, writing a new story for yourself, whether it's changing a family pattern by writing that story, doing it differently. But you are in a position right now, because of your awareness, to change something. And I think that change creates literally a different future. Now, at the time of this reading, we're approaching eclipse season. We're already in the energy. So this is about you with awareness of history, whether this is within your current lifetime, could even be past lifetimes, or, you know, just generational stuff, family stuff. You can rewrite history. You can change the course of the future. It's because of your extraordinary awareness that you can do this. It may have really set you apart, hence that solitude. You may have seen some of the negative traits, you know, the difficulties that have arisen, even difficulties that are passed from one generation to the next. But you are in a position to change the course of this, to rewrite something. Let's get more cards, pile 1. Very conscious of the Knight of Cups coming in, which is often a gift. You know, romance, back to relationships, but romance, lightness, love, joy, possibility. May we kindly ask for more information for my pile 1s. How do they change this? Can we be given further guidance, please? It's very, very clear. It's your awareness, your heightened level of awareness that makes this possible. Look at this. You have the 10 of Pentacles, which is, in a traditional pack, is actually depicted as a happy family. You can. This is a blank canvas for you. This is about what you want. You've got the 2 of Cups, again indicating the potential for relationship, for love, for connection. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the 8 of Wands. Right, beautiful souls. I think there is an actual real life in the 3D world of your life. There is an actual circumstance around you that you want and desire to change. And you can absolutely do this, and you can move it forwards fast. I think this is about emotionally centering yourself in love. Really centering yourself in that space of possibility, not being tangled, because I'm not seeing any kind of, there's no negative energy around you. It's almost as though if within the space of your own energy, it's like with awareness of, let's say, the stuff that has either held you back or held a situation back, I think you have the key to change something. In fact, if there is a circumstance that you actually want to change, I would almost take pen to paper and write the ending you desire. Write it down, write the story. Literally create it, and then do some kind of ceremony that enables it to go forth into the universe like a prayer. Setting your wish, setting your intention. Now, I spoke in the moon energy update at the beginning of this video about wishes and intentions at the new moon. When we set a wish, it comes from the heart. That's like rewriting the story you want to see. Write it down, send it forth as a wish, and then make a firm commitment. I intend to actively co-create with the universe. Every door that's opened, I will walk through it. Whatever the universe shows me, I will absolutely go for it. I will get to it in real terms with the Ace of Pentacles. Every time I'm offered something, I will step through that door, and I will do it with purity and with love in my heart. That would make quite a good affirmation, actually, what I've just said. Whatever I said, wind the video back and listen to it again if you want to create an affirmation. But, write an affirmation. Write an affirmation that keeps your energy on track. My beautiful pile 1, to become a master manifester, you are absolutely in the zone. And you're in the zone because you have heightened levels of awareness. And even though I think some of what you see is really challenging, the energy at this point in time is primed to support you in creating change. When we read from that book about the weasel energy, at that time, the people who sent, the chiefs who sent Weasel into sort of enemy territory to see what was going on, they were not in a position to be able to manifest a different future. The energetics were not right at that point in time, but now they are. Right now, at this point of accelerated, monumental upgrade for humanity at large, every single one of us can harness that energy. We are all moving towards an upgrade. We're all on the upgrade list. Nobody's being left out here. But as the wonderful Pam Gregory said, some people are on a fast train and other people are on a slower train. But the end goal is the end goal, and we're all going to get there because that's where the energy's going. You're on the fast train. So jump on board and use it. Whatever awareness you have of things that are difficult or challenging, get yourself centered and rewrite the story that you want. Rewrite the ending, literally. Jump on board, be aware of the story, take time out and do this on your own, because you are the one with a significant amount of power to change and shape shift energy. You have it in you because of your awareness. So, my beautiful soul, whatever it is that you desire, sit down and write the happy ending. Put pen to paper, or if if that's a challenge for you, then dream it. Try and say it out loud. But I personally, or even create a vision board, print images out of all the things that would create the happy ending you want. But I would then be doing some ceremony that put that as a prayer out into the universe. Time it with the new moon if you can. Send that wish into the universe and then expect a miracle. Expect the universe to back you 100%. Just hold that vision in light, in love. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, progressing to the Queen. And it's going to happen fast. You can watch your manifestations emerge, but this is something that you and you alone can do. It's not, I don't think it's a collaborative thing. I think it is literally something that you can do because of who you are and because of your own personal upgrade. Pile 1, this is actually phenomenal in terms of your capacity to harness energy and shapeshift it. Use this time well, my beautiful souls, and I am honoured and thrilled to be reading for you. You're on the fast train, and it's an honor to be connected with you all. Beautiful souls, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. I hope this is resonating with you. Thank you. If it is, could you please give me the thumbs up and share the channel, let people know about these readings. Beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world. This is your reading. My beautiful pile one, this is fabulous, amazing, stunning. Tons of love, beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Pile two, welcome to your reading. You have Amazonite and the card of contract. Let's see what we are shown. How can you become a master manifester? I'm seeing this one. You have a blank card. This is interesting. This was also shown in pile one. Right, there is a space of new possibilities around you. I'm not saying that, but I do believe there is another one for you. You have Black Panther. Okay. This is very, very interesting. This is about navigating your way into something new, committing to something. Angel of Health. Okay, some of you may be moving to a new health regime in some way, shape or form. We have two from this pack. We have the Uncharted Sea, Great and Full. Look at that single cup being filled. It's almost like the Ace of Cups showing up. There is a genuinely new opportunity. It's like you're walking into a new blank canvas. It's like, and it's very unknown to you. I think a part of you may be feeling a little bit, not exactly daunted, but there's something about something really, really new that's going to be overflowing and absolutely amazing coming to you. But this is very new territory for you. Very, very new territory. In terms of becoming a master manifester, I think you need to commit to it. I think that's what we're being shown here with the contract. Even though you we never know, do we? You can do so much research and all sorts of things to try and preempt how something might be, but you cannot foretell how something will happen or emerge. You simply can't. You have to get there and go there. You've got to kind of dive in. You've got to set sail. You don't know exactly what the sea on your voyage will show up. You don't know what you'll see. You don't know what birds will show up or how you can even look and predict the weather to the best of your ability. But there can still be little twists and turns along the way, stuff that was unexpected, but you won't know unless you set sail. I think for you to manifest, to be a master manifester, to co-create with the universe, something that you really desire, whatever your top desire is, top of your list desire. Interesting, I am seeing a family here. We've got a couple and we have a family here. They're sitting in what I'm seeing is a beautiful home with a lovely window. For you to have almost health, wealth and happiness, that's what's coming through with the Angel of Health. Health, wealth and happiness in every possible way. I think you have to set sail to somewhere new or to a new beginning. I think it will be amazing, but I think you've got to dive in and commit to it, hence the contract, even though you can't see how it's going to be. Whatever you want to see, whatever you want. I just don't think you can. I don't think you're going to be allowed to see it. You've got to dive in. You cannot predict how it's going to be. You're going to have to dive in. You're going to have to trust it. I'm seeing all these cards come through for you. That is what I think we're being shown here. Okay, so you have the Six of Wands. Look at this. This is the card of success. You've got to dive in. This feels like an Olympic success as well. And the contract card indicates something that is big. This is not a small new contract or a small new arrangement or a small new, it could be moving house because it's legalities, contracts, new job, new location, whatever this is, new partnership, whatever it is. I think there's this sort of feeling of, gosh, what if it goes wrong? Like diving into the shadows. Well, you're not going to know unless you go there. And Panther energy it really tells us to never be afraid of walking in the shadows. Never be afraid of the unknown. You can't know till you get there. And I think this reading is inviting you to commit and jump on board with something with success. I mean, you couldn't get better success. So you have the Six of Wands. You have the High Priestess. This is absolutely guided. Gosh, if this is a new relationship for any of you with the Great and Full Cup, if this is like the Ace of Cups and it's a new love, dive in. I mean, she's wearing, this beautiful crow is wearing this veil. It reminds me of a marriage veil. And look at this, you have the Two of Cups. This is a perfect union. You have the Five of Swords and you have the Four of Swords. How interesting. You've got the 5, the 4 and then the 6. You then have the King of Wands. Wow. Okay, let's move these along a little bit. Okay, you then have the Tower, huge changes, and the Knight of Swords. Okay, my beautiful, beautiful pile 2. Right. For you, the message right now, at the time of this reading, whenever you're coming to it, this is about making a commitment and diving in. This is a really big change in your world. This is not a small change, it's a big change. If my beautiful souls, you're thinking, well, there is absolutely nothing in my world at the moment that's going on that invites real change, I think it will be, and I think it will come in very, very, very soon. And, you know, there may be a part of you that thinks, whoa, this is unknown, this is scary. This is suggesting you jump in and you commit and you go for it, even though it is radically different. For some of you, it's a radical change of direction. But this is all about commitment, diving in, and you're really being shown success. It's being guided. It's lovely. You're going to love it. Look, even the Two of Cups here has a lion at the top. It's like the king as part of a caduceus. And then here we have the lion, the King of Wands, the king of transformation. And that beautiful red rose and a lizard. I think there is a dream. Something can be a dream come true for you. It really can. Now with the Five of Swords. Interesting. Because I feel like maybe you're picking up the pieces of something here. Maybe that's why it's such a big thing to jump in. For some of you, maybe you are literally picking up the pieces or working. There's something you've been through. Or maybe you do have to dismantle something. But it's interesting how we've got these 3 cards here, the 5, the 4 and the 6. Now the Four of Swords is a card of meditation. It's a card of getting still. I think not allowing you, that's the wrong word, my apologies. Not allowing yourself almost to linger in the shadows or to linger in doubt. I think when we're facing a big change or a big commitment to something that's really new and takes us into uncharted territory, then I think it is the most natural thing in the world ever to wobble, to really question, is this going to work out? Will this be okay? Should I, shouldn't I? Can I, can't I? And all the what ifs. What if this? What if that? What if this happens? What if that happens? What if it doesn't work out? What if I do this? What if I do that? What if I don't do this? All of those what ifs. And I think this is sort of asking you kind of not to disintegrate into that area of almost where you create negative possibilities. You see negativity in choice. I think this is asking you to get really still and recognize this is a window of profound potential. And then focus on where you want to go and move towards it. Even if there's a lot of bits and pieces that you have to wrap up. I mean, let's say you have an amazing opportunity, a job opportunity. And it means upping sticks and moving. You know, there's loads and loads of stuff to tie up before you sign any contracts. There's a lot of stuff to do. Just attend to the details one by one rather than being overloaded by it. But it's like commit to the end, commit to what you perceive to be the end goal, commit to success. This is all about commitment, and this is what your message is about, my beautiful pile 2. And truly, if you're thinking genuinely there's nothing going on around me at the moment that would involve a real major change, I think there's a real major change coming. I think there's going to be a lot of details to be attended to. Keep your eyes on the end goal. I think this is a brilliant and amazing new opportunity, and you're being asked to commit to it. Don't be daunted, don't be put off. I think it's a radical change. Let's draw just a few more cards to see, can we be shown anything else for my pile 2s, please? We have the 5 of Pentacles, which is interesting because the 5 of Pentacles, this can signify choices, again, choices around money, finances, that kind of thing. But let's just look at the symbology. Let's look at the imagery and see what else we are shown around. May we kindly see more information. We then got the Queen of Pentacles. I think this is about stepping up. Gosh, what I'm seeing here. We've got 2 crows at the base here, like picking up the crumbs. And then we have 3 crows up here who are sitting amongst the pentacles. They're sitting amongst the fruit. And then we have a queen. I think the opportunity you're being offered for something that is it takes you out of your comfort zone. It really does. I think it is bringing you health, wealth, and happiness. I think it really is quite big. Don't accept, it's like, I feel like you've accepted less. Don't accept less. Don't pick up the crumbs. This is an opportunity for you to really get going. We've got the 2 of Wands. This is an opening for you. I really want to say seize it. I really want to say seize this opportunity, my darlings. It really does look to be amazing. And then we have the Sun. Wow. This is fabulous. Whatever this new opportunity is, my beautiful pile 2, everything in your reading is suggesting that this can be your crowning glory. Look at the Sun here. This can be your crowning glory, truly. And I think whatever you need to do, attend to it patiently. And I kind of just want to say, set forth on the new adventure, commit to it. You can deal with this one step at a time. There's not anything here that you can't handle, even though this is a really big change. Yeah, Amazonite. The energy of Amazonite. I always feel, for me, when I carry this stone, it's got a very inspirational quality about it for me. Really inspirational, and also a sense of, it can really help to guide us, to hold the light, to keep us on track, to give us the strength to follow through. It's just got an extraordinary energy of real, almost like warrior energy, but the higher vibrational warrior energy, where we can set forth and kind of do amazing things. It's like stepping up into the biggest, best, and most amazing version of you. I think this is an opportunity for you to shine. It could be connected very much to your career, could be to relationship and love as well, but it really is health, wealth, and happiness. And this does look for me like an Olympic sort of circle. I mean, I do feel whatever this opportunity is, it is taking you towards your crowning glory. And I truly would not be losing this opportunity if I were in your shoes and this were my reading. But obviously, you have conscious free will and choice, and no reading ever tells you what to do. It is simply offering you guidance in the moment. What you do with it is yours and yours alone, my beautiful souls. But this is what I am seeing in your cards. There's an incredible new beginning available, but you of course don't know how it will work out, because you've got to be in it to win it effectively. And this is suggesting whatever that opportunity is, that it will bring some huge, massive sort of life changes that take you to your health, your wealth and your happiness. This is your reading pile 2, and I am thrilled for you. Beautiful souls. If you would like to make sure you never miss a reading, if this is resonating with you, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon. It really, really does help to help me to keep putting free stuff into the world. It helps to support the channel. Also, if you are able to give me the thumbs up if it's resonating with you, do please do that. That also helps the channel. And thank you all for commenting and letting other people know so that they can also find the readings. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, you have the card of the world. Let's see what your oracle cards are showing. I'm seeing this one showing up for you. You have the raven. Wowza wow, that's some powerful energy. What else do we have? Ravens. Gosh, that's a very powerful totem. Angel of success. Goodness me. Do you know the language that was coming through was, you know, the world in your hands. You can have the world. Look at the way the angel of success is standing here. What else do we have here for my beautiful pile 3s? I'm seeing these 3 cards. Let's see what we have here for you. We have Wish Upon a Star. Oh, we've got 4 cards. The Land Between. How interesting that, look at this. We have 2 kind of pinnacles, and then we have 2 pinnacles and a piece of land that creates a bridge here. I am finding your reading mind-blowingly interesting, my beautiful souls. We then have a higher view, and we have the Oracle's Gift, which would sit with ravens so beautifully. Okay, where can we place your cards? I'm going to bring these down here and create a row along the bottom. And then we'll draw your tarot cards before I say any more. But we are asking really for advice and guidance on how you can become a master manifester and co-create with the universe. And I think that you can really have something. I think you really, really can have something like a childhood dream. It's like you can link something up, like the pieces connect. You can have the world. What's the higher view here? Look at this owl. Again, we have somebody riding on the back of an owl. The Oracle's Gift. The Oracle's Gift as well is bringing you sight. Ravens see between the worlds. You have sight. I think you're to be given sight, actually. You know, whatever your capacity at this moment in time as a seer, as somebody who can already potentially have psychic gifts, see between the worlds, maybe work shamanically, whatever your gifts currently are, they are to be massively enhanced. And you are being invited to use your gifts. And that, I think, is very key to your message as to how you become a master manifester. You use your gifts. Let's draw your tarot cards. Let's find out more. I would kindly ask for information for my pile 3s. How do they actively co-create with the universe and become a master manifester? I'm seeing this one. I'm seeing that one there, literally hiding in there. Seeing these 2. I do feel there are more. This one. And that one. And also, I think that one. Oh, there are 2. Right, let's have a look at your cards, my beautiful pile 3. We have the Hierophant. Wow, because this is such a guided energy. It's also about tradition, commitment. Also commitment to your spiritual pathway. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the Justice card. Right, okay. We also have the Queen of Wands. Excuse me. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Yes, you can work through something, or you can learn to work with some energy in some way. Right, bear with me, my beautiful souls. I think we'll look at your reading here. I'm just going to move these down before we actually lay out the rest of the cards here. Let's look at this first. I think let's look at what we have here already is literally, I think, a powerful, powerful reading, pile 3, to really, really, really give yourself permission to dream big. I want to say, do not hold yourself back. For you to become a master manifester, you've got to, I say got to, that sounds jolly possy, I'm so sorry. But it's like shifting yourself from a small vision to a large vision, a higher view, daring to dream big. This is like brainstorming every possibility, every expansive potential, everything that you can possibly imagine that could go into the bigger picture of the world that you want to create. And look at it, there it is, the world that you can create. It's like stepping back and thinking, what is the world that I want to create? Because I can have this. And the key is really making a commitment to that future goal. Even though you may not know exactly with justice what steps to take. This is like, this really is like the art of manifestation, where you recognize that the way ahead is going to unfold for you. The universe will open the doorways for you. You will be seen and shown every step of the way. This is allowing yourself to dream really, 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 really big. It's like dream big and then dream even bigger, okay? What's your biggest goal? Now double it, treble it, make it even 10 times bigger, add things to it. What else would you like? What if you had a vision to create a practice as a gifted tarot reader, for example? Dream even bigger. How about having a centre for tarot reading, or a centre for tarot reading where you have Reiki healers working there as well, and you have astrologers working there as well? Dream bigger. Start with your vision, make it bigger and better, and then bigger and better again. And then kind of trust. As long as you have your vision in mind, even though you don't know what steps to take or how to take them, you will absolutely be shown every step of the way what you have to do to make this real. The Queen of Wands is the Queen of transformation. Her capacity to transform is phenomenal. Literally, it's time that it's like the gaps will be filled in for you, the land between. Literally, dream it. Wish upon a star. In your new moon wishes, whatever your new moon wishes are, make them bigger. Literally make them bigger, and the pieces will slot into place. Can you see the bridge? Literally. Any gaps will be filled in for you. But they'll be filled in, and literally you will be guided. You'll be guided and gifted along the way. Your other cards are the Fool card. So this is taking a risk. We have the Death card. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness me, these cards are stunning. We have the High Priestess. We have the Five of Wands. And lastly, but not leastly, let's move these along for you. Let's make some room for your final card, which is the Queen of Pentacles. How magic. Now, the road may be windy. You've got two queens. You may find that the road is windy, and if it's windy, it's because there are lots of things that you need to gather along the way. But allow the road to unwind naturally, beautifully, in divine timing. And, this is not what I would call a masculine dominated forward motion, A to B, you'll get there. This is a dream, and trust that the universe will guide you and show you every step of the way. It will be a windy road, and every step of the way you'll be shown and gifted with everything you need, all the resources, the energy. You are going to transform. Your world is going to magnificently transform. It is absolutely guided. You are being invited with the Five of Wands to step up, not down. As I said, dream big. Look at the rainbow colours of these wands. Climb the ladder. You are to reside at the top of your game. But it is interesting with the Queens as well. We're working with intuitive energy. You will intuitively know what to do. You will be guided. This isn't masculine energy where sort of, you work out a business plan and you stick to it. This is dreaming really, really big. And then every step of the way, it's like letting the pieces be filled in, the steps shown to you. Look how, even with the Hierophant, we have this crow here showing you the way, opening his wing or her wing, their wing, just to show you this is the way. This is the doorway I'm opening for you. This is the direction you need to go in. You don't need to know every step. You don't need to know all the details. You will be gifted with the vision and the sight to know exactly what to do and when to do it. You will be guided every step of the way. I also want to say, love the journey. Enjoy every second of this unfolding because it will help you to gather momentum. Just looking at the strength and energy of this red calcite, I always feel for me that red calcite also, it looks like I always feel this looks like a meteorite. Just this particular piece as well, I always feel like it could have literally just landed. Like a meteorite landing. Like a shooting star arriving on the earth and to make something manifest. It's got a beautiful strength, earthy, grounded energy, and yet powerful and empowering. But this is very connected to working intuitively, working in ways where you are shown the next step, you fly between the worlds, you trust, the dots will be joined up. The missing pieces will literally fall into place. The energy, the money, the time, the right people, everything I think will happen as it should. With the Eight of Pentacles, you can actually make this happen, but it does require work. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of work. But the work is in stepping up and working in a guided way. And this is your message to become a master manifester. This is about owning your psychic gifts, owning your intuition, working in alignment with spirit in that beautifully intuitive way where you allow something to unfold, but you also from day one dream monumentally big. If you don't put that order into the universe, then the universe can't deliver that bigger picture. The higher view. You've got to rise above, stand back and think, what is the size of the world and the scope of the world that I want? Because this is a reading that is inviting you to get to be bigger and better than you could possibly have originally considered. Whatever you're thinking of, as I said, add a few noughts if you've got a figure in mind. Whatever your vision of the world is. Make it bigger, better. If you think I'd love this, but you've limited that, don't limit it. Make it bigger and better. But then set forth in absolute trust, like hold that vision, actively work with the universe. If I was you, pile 3, I'd be meditating absolutely every single day just to see what you are shown. Listening to your dreams, if you're a dreamer and you recall your dreams, then keep a dream journal because information will be shown to you when you're out walking. Be very present. Notice the signs, the synchronicities. I was out walking just the other day and I was contemplating something and literally I glanced down and literally in front of my feet was a tiny little twig, but it was in exactly the shape of the rune of Kano of openings. And I was contemplating, do I or don't I? Do I take that option or not? And I was really trying to weigh it up, possibly overthinking, I would actually say. And there was Kano, the rune of openings. It was a perfectly formed twig. And I just thought, I'm meant to step through that doorway because that's what Kano tells me. It's a rune of openings, of magical new beginnings. So keep an eye out for signs, for signals, for synchronicities. Be present enough in your world to see between the worlds because that vision, I actually think the veil is thin around you. And you can be shown exactly what you need to climb that ladder of success. Wow, wow, and more wow. Dream big, my beautiful pile 3s. The information for you could not be more clear or more explicit. Beautiful souls, if this is resonating with you and you would like to make sure you never ever miss a reading, because you may also receive guidance through readings, that is a possibility, obviously not just in my channel but many others here on YouTube, do please subscribe and press the little bell icon, because that will ensure that any of the readings that I post will come into your stream. Beautiful souls, thank you for being here. Thank you also for liking, giving me the thumbs up, and thank you for sharing, letting people know about the channel. My beautiful pile threes, I am wishing you every blessing. Absolutely every blessing. And beautiful souls, if your dream is actually to become a professional tarot reader and you'd like to join a community of tarot readers, do consider my tarot course, please. It is currently half price. It will not be at half price for too much longer, so do seize the moment if that is singing for you. Tons of love, my beautiful souls.